Hi, welcome to it. It's Josie here. I'm glad to have you back again. And today's video is going to be a browse through of the Burda January 2021. And it's my first impressions. It's still sealed up. I've not opened it since I received it. And I received mine on the 23rd of January, which is pretty late by Burda standards. Most times I receive this issue a month before, around the 23rd of the month before. So it should have come in before Christmas, but ideally everything is delayed right now coming through. I guess it has to do a lot with Brexit. And ideally I do this browse through as an accountability on my side, that when I show you the magazine, I select an item that I purpose to sew up that month, because I've collected so many of these magazines and I never saw anything out of them. So like in the first video of the browse, that was in November, when I said I'm going to keep doing this as an accountability, and I also show you what's in the magazine just in case you're inspired to pick it up or you realize it's not worth picking up. And also, if anything, most of these patterns are sold as individual patterns from the Burda website, so if you'd rather go down that route. And let's go ahead, open our package, and then I'll show you a browse through of what exactly it's like. I've actually not opened it, and I've deliberately not watched any videos of browse through, so I'm not already biased. So I'm going to open it, and this is this looks beautiful. Look at the cover picture. I like the colors. So we are going to go ahead and have a browse through, and I'll tell you how I feel about the patterns they have to this time around. And it's my own honest opinion and the way I understand fashion and the way I love to wear things. Really, I'm not an expert, a fashion expert. I'm not an advisor on fashion, but I know what I love, and I think sewing has liberated me to know what suits me and what I love. And this is a new issue. Happy New Year sewing gear. Confident like the most appealing cards from the 30s to the 70s. Sophisticated styling around the trend. So it's brown. Font, signs of spring, feminine models, floral prints in Burda. Here we go, stylish homeware. Let's see what we are up to. This is a cover picture. Hope everything is clear. I'll try to shift my stand so everything is in view. Yeah, this should be good. It's pretty good. Let me shift the camera. Yeah, and this is this page. There's not much to say about it, but I seem to be seeing interesting pieces. Over here we have a cape, we've got a bomber jacket. They're interesting pieces, but I could say at the moment nothing has caught my eye. Probably this top, but I'm not super excited. Let's see how as we get along, probably we might see something beautiful. And here we go, we've got a dress over here, retro. This is the retro touch. I'm getting a lot of the checked. Then over here we've got this dress. It seems to have an elastic waistline. At 70 vibes to your wardrobe, and it's made out of viscose here. There we go. And it's a button down shirt with a collar and bishop sleeves. The sleeves seem to be elasticated, then it has an elasticated waistline, and the model has worn it with a belt, which looks good, but it's not for me. I don't think I want to go down the route of constructing collars in a dress. And we've got an interesting, they're calling it a blouse, but it looks like a bomber jacket. Hope it's clear to everyone. It's actually an interesting one, a floral one, and it's made out of polyester. And the classic college jacket gets a new look this season. Very romantic and made from floral satin. What remains are the sporty cuffs in the matching stripes. That's really pretty. And then they're showing that's this skirt. It's actually an interesting skirt. It has panels from the side. It actually looks pretty. And this is made out of stretch cotton, and I guess what adds more dimension to this skirt is if you use piping on the side so the panels actually stand out. It's an interesting skirt, but in all honesty, I have nowhere to wear it at this point of the year, at this point where everything has changed a bit. And I love this jacket actually. Maybe one time when I ever want to sew up a suit. This is a nice jacket to go with. Actually, it doesn't have a collar, which might make it easier. It's made out of woven wool, and we are seeing the skirt again. The skirt has been featured here with no piping, so actually without the piping you don't realize that it has the panels that are shown here. If you can tell, the lines drawing shows some panels both at the front and the back, but without the piping they don't stand out as much as they did on this skirt. But I like it. I'm not sure I would wear it with those kind of boots, but she's happy. That's what matters. Yeah, I like what Burda is starting to do, having mama and me matching outfits. Actually, that blouse looks good, but it has collars. Sometimes when you want to go sew things to match with your daughter, you want simple things, but it seems actually an easy one. It's a Peter Pan collar, and it's made out of viscose. Yeah, as sweet as mom. The polka dot blouse with a playful Peter Pan collar and puff sleeves has a crisp yet casual look. Actually, it looks nice. Can look nice tucked in a skirt or in a pair of trousers. It actually looks easy because I can tell it has, the ladies one has a keyhole opening at the front. It should be easy. The fact that it doesn't have any zippers, and it has a gather of some sort on the sleeves. And I don't know how the kids one is constructed because it doesn't have the keyhole at the front. It probably has a keyhole at the back because I wouldn't expect it to be worn without any opening. And there's an interesting blouse over here. It's an easy one too. It has no closures whatsoever apart from these little straps. I think they are what you use to cinch it in. It's also made out of a polyester. Then it has a lot of ruffles and frills going on the sleeves, which is not my cup of tea because they'll be everywhere unless you're out and doing things that don't call for you to be quite active with your arms. But this actually looks nice. It's actually the sewing lesson in the magazine. It looks really good. I'm not saying I'll be making it, but it looks interesting. Ooh, then we've got an interesting jumper here. It looks interesting actually. It has such a big curl neck which drapes, which you can wear over the shoulders. It looks interesting. It's actually a good piece, but not for me because if I wear a jumper, I want everything to cover me up so I can stay warm and toasty. But it's a good one. It's made out of textured knit fabric. It's actually interesting. Then these pants look good actually. Masculine meets feminine, and they're made out of gabardine, and they're interesting pants with pleats. Ones you can dress up and dress down. Then fashion favorite, got a turtleneck here, and they're showing us a cape, and I think this cape is in the magazine. How she paired it up with some, what should I call them, with culottes? Should I call them culottes? But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They're showing how you can match up the pieces together. Interesting, and I love the way she paired them up because you think they can't be worn in the winter months because they are short, but she paired them up with some knee-high boots. And here is our tutorial. And here is our tutorial on sewing up the blouse. I'm honestly not so sure how they gathered this. I think they gather it up and add a plain panel, but honestly that's a step I would skip. It's a lot of work really. I think being me, I'll just lengthen them and add an elastic at the bottom as opposed to gathering a little bit of the sleeve. If you can tell, it just complicates a simple top. That's my opinion. I would rather just lengthen them, omit all that drama going on there, and then just add an elastic at the sleeves. That's what I would do if I was going to make it. But now that we know I won't be making it up, so we could skip to the next one. And yet to see something that catches my eye. That's a beautiful coat. It's a beautiful coat. It's made out of imitation leather. Then it has nice lines, really a straight coat. It's a bit A-lined. It looks interesting. I think it will be one to make if you change up your fabrics. Choose a wool. I don't know whether it's lined. It could be lined, so you could just play around with your fabric choices. Use a wool blend and you would have a nice coat really. New year, new me. There we go. Then we have a roll-up cardigan. It's an interesting one, and it's recommended for knitted fabrics, sweatshirt. It's an interesting one. It's a simple one. Do I love it? Not really, but it's an interesting one. Someone else might like it. And over here we have the same jumper again, and this is made out of sweatshirt fabric, which looks interesting. It's a good casual jumper, but if I'm staying in and I want to stay warm and toasty, this is what I wouldn't agree with if it's winter and it's still cold. I know we are sewing for spring when the weather is warming up, but I'm always cold all year round. Unless when I'm in Africa, that's when I can say I'm warm and not cold. And then we've got some trousers over here, joggers, wide-legged joggers. Interesting, nice casual wear if you just don't want to be bothered with dressing up. They're interesting ones. Oh, come on, I think I love this. And this is also a sewing lesson. Oh, Burda is starting actually to give us 2 sewing lessons every time they make something. This is an interesting piece. And this is a dress, whether it becomes a dress, a tunic, or elegant nighty shirt. They're giving us more options. A night shirt if you want to just look nice in your night shirt. This pattern with an oversized polo shirt. Look is extremely versatile. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's a beautiful one. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that I'll make it, but it looks interesting. Then we've got this dress. I think the color they use doesn't bring it out fully until you look at the lines drawing, if they're clear to us. Try to bring it closer. These are the lines drawing. We've got some button up, more or less like a placket at the front. It looks like a coat. It looks like a dress. And from the model, it looks like she has cuffs on her sleeves, but they don't appear here. And this is made out of a wool. And it's what they have to say, the perfect mix of sporty and feminine. And it's as at home on the sofa, as it is styled with tights, trendy ankle boots. This is interesting. It's an interesting one. And I can say I've not yet seen something I'll be making. And we have the bomber jacket here again in a plain fabric, and this time around they used a stretched denim fabric. The one before they had used a satin that wasn't stretchy at all. And we've got a sewing lesson here for the nighty shirt, tunic, dress, whatever you want to use it for. And all these are the instructions, and of course the pattern pieces. Let's see what we got here. These are interesting. They're showing us more accessories. This hasn't been common in most Burda magazines, apart from the German issue that I got to look at. But they're giving us a lot more, showing us a few accessories here and there. Yeah, as you can see, they've got a diffuser. If you watch my Vlogmas videos, you know I love a diffuser, and I always have a collection of essential oils that I diffuse in the house. But at your leisure, with these accessories for the wardrobe, for your wardrobe and home relaxation, it's almost guaranteed. And close your eyes, an eye mask, a tutorial on how to make an eye mask. Not that I have much use for it, but yeah, it's an interesting one if you're one who would want that. You've got a partner or a husband who loves switching on the light when you would rather have it dark. You would want them to walk out without any lights switched on. And then there's an interesting jersey top here. Still, the colors don't bring out exactly what it's like, but here the lines showing. I'll bring it up close. And up here we've got it's got a collar, but the collar also doubles as ties. It's made out of a viscose blend. It looks interesting. It's a beautiful top. I love it. It has some dots for fitting, you can tell. It's quite an easy top. I think they made it simple. It has 2 dots, so it should be one easy to make. And they are showing how you can play around with browns, styling consultation, mixing up the dark browns and the lighter browns. Interesting. I know of a friend who hates brown, and I won't say who it is. She's probably watching this video and laughing. She doesn't like browns. And over here we've got this dress. It's an interesting one also. I guess they're showing us lots of browns. That's the styling they're focusing on. And there's this interesting dress, actually an interesting one, and shaped by a narrow skirt section and gathered and got. They're talking about this dress. It's shaped by the narrow skirt section and gathers along the empire and shoulder seams. Actually, it has grown on sleeves, if you can tell. We don't have any satin sleeves. A dream silhouette, sophisticated, the small high collar with deep slit. It actually has interesting features. Then white boots are an unbeatable addition to this model. She looks beautiful in it. It's a beautiful dress, that's please, but it's a busy dress for me. I don't think I want to make it. And you've got your basic t-shirt. It's a straight t-shirt. Nothing to write home about. It's not fitted, semi-fitted. Every wardrobe contains at least one perfect fitting t-shirt. In addition to this fetching stripe, the model looks quite nice in a solid color or a floral print. It actually looks nice. And this is made out of ribbed jersey fabric. And they're featuring the many browns and the nudes that you can match up together with. And there's a cape here. The cape looks dashing with slim trousers. I didn't lie, the cape looks really nice. This is made out of a wool fabric. And over here we've got this skirt, which is an interesting, it's a brown gold and still featuring their browns and the nudes. It's an interesting skirt which displays every figure. It has gathered, then it also has the same panels we saw, the panels that run from the hip line to the side, if you can tell. Then it's gathered. It's not gathered by say, but it's a bit round. It's like a round skirt then with panels on the side. Don't know how to describe it, but it's an interesting one. We are almost at the end of this magazine and I've still not seen something, but I think it's getting better. Yep, and over here we've got this dress. Actually, this looks like an easy dress and a beautiful dress. It has a ruff at the bottom and a ruff on the sleeve, and the perfect model has volume, but looks quite trendy in the right print, like this comfortable dress in a fine silk with feminine flounces and defining elastic band at the waistline. Yeah, they've got a flounce on the sleeves and also at the bottom here, if you can tell on the skirt piece. And over here we've got ribbed knit. It's a top of some sort. Oh, I like it actually because it has bishop sleeves, if you can tell. Ideal companion for almost all trousers and skirts. The basic top sewn in a subtle ribbed knit and elastic at the sleeve ends. This actually looks interesting. It's a simple top really. If you make it in a drapey fabric, it lands nicely on your clothes. And it's similar to the Vera top by. There's a pattern company that released a free pattern that's similar to that. And over here we've got another blouse. I think that's showing us all kinds of browns, matching up different browns. I think this edition, this issue is dedicated to styling with browns. And then here we've got this interesting blouse. It also has a keyhole opening. Does it look like the one that the lady wore with her daughter? No, it's not the matching one, but it has some pleats at the front, if you can tell. I've got some pleats at the front, then cuffs on the sleeves. It seems to be an easy top. It doesn't have a lot going on apart from a button at the keyhole opening, which makes it an easy top. It actually looks nice. And then over here we've got the same trousers appearing again, the pleated trousers made out of polyester stretch. It's an interesting, and these trousers are in short sizes too. Yeah, very interesting. Hey cuddle, and sewing for your fur friend. Alex, Gingerhead and Co. If you're watching this, it's something for your fur friends here. Something to put in the sofa. She loves sewing for her dog. Recently, she made so many jackets for her dog. So I'm showing this to her because I know she loves her Burda style magazines. Then over here, we've got a coat. And it's made out of dressy fabric, made out of viscose. Actually a nice one. It would double as a beach cover-up. It's an interesting one. It has sleeves, actually elasticated sleeves. This is actually nice. And also seeing this, just like they say, signs of spring. It's an exciting image to look at. It helps you, it gets you into a mood to hope for warmer weather when the flowers are blossomed and everything is looking more colorful than the gloomy, cold days we're experiencing right now. And over here we've got another super easy pattern. I think we've gone to the plus sizes. And we've got this top, which looks interesting, and also this dress with the waistline, which is a bit like empire waistline. It's a basic top. It's made out of jersey fabric. And this is made out of cotton fabric, not fitted. It's just your free dress. Put this dress and cheer up instantly. And I like the floral colors. I mean the springy florals, the spring floral prints they've used. So they want to cheer you up. And this is super easy if you're a beginner and you want to have a go at sewing something basic. And also if you land within the size ranges, because these are for the plus sizes, which run from size 44 to 52. And over here, I think we have the same exact top, but they've used different fabric. And we've got an interesting one here, I think, which doesn't have a bottom hem. It's sewed open, so once it's worn, it drapes over. It looks interesting. And I think the same top has been made in this, and this is made out of silk and it can be worn over trousers, and this was made out of viscose. And I guess they both behave in a similar way. They are both drapey. And this is a nice dress, actually. I love it. It's your basic also beginner friendly dress. It's similar to this. I could be wrong, but I just see that it has similar features to this. No, it doesn't. It just has the similar top. No, they are different dresses. And as you can see, it's a straight skirt dress. And I don't think it has any closures. I could be wrong, but it might have a keyhole opening there. It's made out of a viscose and the model has worn it with a belt. It's actually an interesting piece. Unfortunately, it's not in my size, but it will be your beginner friendly size. And then you've got comfortable trousers here, viscose trousers with wide legs. I like the cuffs, the florals. I like the fabric they've used, and I like the sunflower she's holding. They're showing us more different spring fabrics for our inspiration and excitement. And here we have another DIY that you can do with your kids if you're at home. And if you feel sad that you put down your Christmas wreath, you can get around to making pom-pom wreaths. I wonder what they're using. They're using some special yarn, some sort, and pom-pom makers. It's called bubble yarn to make a wreath. This would be exciting activities to do with your kids while at home. Cut the lining of the skirt. They're showing some tips on cutting the lining of the skirt. And there we go. I should say I'm not as impressed with this edition. I'm not sure if I've identified something I would want to sew up from it. But I'm glad I've showed it out to you just in case you are itching to get yourselves a copy of this. At least with that browse through, you can be inspired to either not spend your money or to actually buy something from it, because hey, I might have missed out something that someone else might love. I love this. Oh, I missed this page. I missed the little girl's dress. I missed that cape. Oh, I wasn't being true to everybody. The magazine had something more to offer. Oh, okay, this little girl's dress is beautiful. It's a pretty dress, but I think it's too much work for a little girl's dress. I don't think I would be willing to earn down the pleats every time my daughter is going to wear it. And this cape is a beautiful one. it's a good one if you have a party and it's still a bit cold and you still want to feel warm and also show off your beautiful dress, something to get. But I think that's it really. So you can make a decision from this whether you'd want to buy this pattern or not. And we have also a bolero. It's like a cardigan, a bolero for a little girl. And I can say at the moment I don't see anything I would want to make. Probably this was a contender, the brown dress with the flounce on the sleeves and the flounce on the skirt and an elasticated waistline, but still hasn't sold out. I could say I've not found something in it this issue to make. I was looking forward to it, but I'm quite a bit disappointed, but I won't stop at that. To compensate, I'll probably look up a pattern from my old magazines that I've not sold up with, that I'll sew up and show you and probably record a sew along, and if that helps, yeah, at least that will be my accountability bit. We've looked at it. There's not much for me here, but I'm happy to get another issue and sew up something from there. Then I'll show it to you whenever and probably record a sew along as well. Okay, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Is there an item that you've identified that you think might suit you or you might love to make from this issue? I could be wrong. There is quite a lot that many people would love with it. Unfortunately for me, speaking for myself, I didn't find something I would want to sew up out of it. I have a subscription, so I don't have the luxury of picking and making up my mind whether to buy one or not. And I prefer having a subscription because right now we are under Lockdown 3. You can't find shops that sell magazines open, so it's what you have to work with. But I'm happy to do the browse throughs for the rest of you who actually can make a choice on whether to order one or not. Okay, thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed this, please like, comment and subscribe. I'll attach my previous browse through and the sew along of the Burda dress I made from the November issue in the description box below and in the cards below. And that's it with us today. Until next time, bye.